Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. We have a breaking report. This is a urgent breaking update across South Sudan. In this report, at least 10 people have been confirmed dead and 30 others injured following violent clashes in Tonj, South County. The conflict reportedly involved youth from different communities, and it has left several villages damaged and many families displaced. What happened was, according to information presented by Police Captain Tong and Community Leader Makere Shenyuch, a group of youth from the Yar and Apu communities allegedly attacked the villages of Wunkech, Balek, and another village called Unanyi. During the attack, several homes were burned down. Grain stores, which families depend on for food, were also set on fire. Witnesses say the violence happened quickly and spread fear across the area. Let's look at the casualties that were confirmed during this incident. According to the information, Police Captain by the name Tong confirmed that 10 young people lost their life during the clashes. The victims include 5 youth from Tonj, 3 youth from Yar, and 1 youth from Apuk, and 1 youth from Luakot. In addition, at least 30 civilians were injured. Some of the injured are reported to be in critical condition and are now currently receiving medical treatment. A medical team are working to assist the wounded, though the full condition of all victims is not yet clear. Report indicate that houses, food storage facilities were destroyed during the fighting. For many families, the burning of grain store is a serious concern, especially as food security is already fragile in many parts of South Sudan. According to the information, several families have now fled their home. Some are seeking safety in nearby villages, while others remain uncertain about where to go next. The affected areas are described as active conflict zone right now. Let's look at the community response based on this sad story. Community leader from Tonj have expressed appreciation to Mokshif and intellectual for choosing not to take part in the violence. They describe the conflict as senseless and call for unity instead of division. Local leaders are urging young people to remain calm and avoid revenge attack. Let's look at this report. Police appeal for calm in the area. Police authorities are calling on all communities to stop the violence immediately. They are urging residents to remain peaceful and allow security forces to handle the situation. Authorities have warned that further violence will only increase suffering and loss. Government silence so far. As of now, there has been no official statement from a state government official or from country authorities in Tonj, South County regarding the incident. Residents are waiting for a clear response and possible intervention to restore stability in the area. According to the report, situation remains tense. It is not yet clear what triggered the clashes, and investigations are expected to continue. Changfied YouTube channel news will continue to monitor this developing story and provide update as more information become available. Let's move on to our next top story here. President Salva Kiir Mayardit approved police restructuring plan ahead of 2026 elections. According to the report, President Salva Kiir Mayardit has officially approved a plan to restructure the National Police Service as the country prepare for the December 2026 general elections. This decision could play a major role in shaping the country or security environment before South Sudan head to the poll. Let's break down what this means and why it matters. The announcement followed a high-level meeting held at the State House in Juba. During the meeting, Interior Minister General Aliu presented a detailed roadmap for reorganizing the Ministry of the Interior and reforming the National Police Forces. According to a statement released by the Office of the President, the restructuring plan is designed to strengthen the ministry and improve the performance of the police service across the country. The president reviewed the proposal and gave his full authorization for the minister to move forward. Why the restructuring now? South Sudan is expected to hold a general election in December 2026. Election often bring political competition, public gathering, and sometimes tension. Security experts say that a well-organized and professional police force is critical during such period. The government appear to be taking early steps to prepare law enforcement institutions for the responsibility of securing voters, candidates, and election materials. The restructuring plan aims to make the police more effective, better organized, and more accountable to the public. What the plan focus on? Let's look at this. According to official, the reform focus on several key areas: improving leadership and internal structure within the Ministry of Interior. Second, strengthening professionalism within the police service and increasing accountability and discipline, and also enhancing public trust between citizen and law enforcement. Minister Aliu stated that the goal is not just to change position or titles, but to build a police service that serves the people fairly and effectively. He emphasized that a proportional police institution is essential for stability and democracy. Minister Aliu speak after meeting with President Salva Kiir Mayardit. General Aliu expressed confidence in moving forward with the reform process. He said he has the political will to implement the program he has planned, especially the restructuring of the ministry and election security preparation. However, he made it very clear that structuring government institution alone will not solve every problem. General Aliu stressed that cooperation between the public and law enforcement is equally important. In his statement, he called on citizens, especially residents of Juba, to work closely with security forces to maintain peace and order. He explained that without public support, even the base security plan may struggle to succeed. Let's look at the role of the public. One of the strongest messages from the Interior Minister was about public cooperation. He appealed directly to the people of Juba, saying that ensuring security in the capital requires joint effort. Security analysts often point out that trust between police and communities is vital. When citizens share information, follow the law, and cooperate with authorities, crime and unrest can be reduced. The minister's message suggests that the government is aware that public confidence in security institutions must improve ahead of national elections. Let's look at this President Kiir's support. President Salva Kiir assured the Interior Minister of his full backing throughout the reform process. According to the presidential statement, President emphasized the importance of having a strong and capable police services before the country entered the election period. By giving early approval, the presidency appeared to signal that security reform is a national priority. The coming month will likely determine how quickly and effectively these changes are implemented. Sources indicate that the Minister of Interior planned to begin by addressing immediate security challenge in Juba and other major towns. Urban areas often experience higher crime rates and political activity, especially during election season. Strengthening policing in cities may be the first step before expanding reform nationwide. Observers say that improvement in training, command structure, and resource allocation could help the police respond more efficiently to incidents. What this means for 2026 election? The December 2026 election are expected to be a significant political event for South Sudan. Free and fair or free and peaceful election depend heavily on security conditions. Voters must feel safe to participate. Political parties must be able to campaign without fear. Electoral material must be protected. By restructuring the police now, the government appears to be laying groundwork to prevent instability. However, the true success of this reform will depend on implementation, transparency, and continued public engagement. While official statements present the restructuring as a positive step, citizens will likely judge the reform based on real improvement on the ground. A question many people are asking include, will the reform reduce crime in the country? Will police officers receive better training? Will accountability increase? Will communities feel safer? The answer to the question will shape public opinion in the months ahead. Restructuring a national police service is not a small task. It requires coordination, funding, training, and strong leadership. Political support from the presidency gave the Interior Ministry the authority to proceed, but long-term success will require consistent effort. As the 2026 national election approach, security will remain one of the most closely watched issues in South Sudan. Changfied YouTube channel news will continue monitoring how this reform unfold and what impact they have on citizens across the country. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, please I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.